So now we are going to discuss the topic of sound waves. We have seen that the vibration of an object is produces sounds. So in the case of a tuning fork, we are seeing that the vibration of a tuning fork is producing this sound. You can see that this is vibrating and this is the vibration, this vibration producing the sound. Suppose I am considering a situation in which I am touching this tuning fork on this surface of a water. You can see that there are some ripples or waves are producing on this surface of a water. So you can see that there are some ripples or waveforms are generating on this surface. So it is clear this vibrations or a disturbance are producing in a medium in the form of a waves only. So that wave we can represent it as in this manner. So this is the way we can representing the ripples or a sound wave which is producing in a medium. So this is known as a crust, a positive region. This is positive region that is known as a crust, and this is negative side. We can say that this is known as a trough. We can say that crust and a trough. When we are considering the case of vibration of this type of object, tuning fork, you can see that these vibrations are very fast. So we are not able to distinguish, but you can see that sound. There is a humming sound is coming from this instrument. You can see that clearly. Yes, but we cannot see these vibrations properly. That much of rapid, fast vibrations are there. So in order to study these vibrations, we are using a slow oscillating device that is known as a simple pendulum. You can see that. This is the way we are concerned in the case of a pendulum in order to study these slow oscillations. We can see that a pendulum is a device in which a massive body is attached on this string, and one end of this string is fixed like this. One end is fixed, and on the other side you can see that a massive bob is attached, and which is starts oscillating, which is set into oscillations. It is start oscillating from one side to another. In this manner it is set into oscillations. We can see that in this case I am taking this pendulum to the one side and released like this released. We can see that it is going to the other side and it is coming back to this position. So during this time we can say that it is completed one complete oscillation. So that is known as one complete oscillation. I can represent in that situation with the help of a diagram also. So you can see that this is the way we are representing our pendulum. So pendulum is there, and what we are done is this pendulum is taking to one side. Like this pendulum is taking to one side, and I release this pendulum. So of course this pendulum is going to this side, again coming back to this position. So we can say that one complete oscillation. Like this way, this is where I have taken this pendulum and released. So you can see that it is going to the other side, again coming back to this side. So this pendulum is completing one complete oscillation. Now we can see that this is where pendulum is performing one complete oscillation. So we can represent as a complete. Similarly, you can see that in this case, what is the time taken for this oscillation? One complete oscillation. We have taken this pendulum to the one side, going to the other side, again coming back to this same position. The time taken for this oscillation, we can say that is known as a time period. Time period of this oscillation. Time period. So time period is represented by T. So we can say that is a time taken by this pendulum to complete one oscillation. That is known as a time period. And along with this we have to understand one more term that is known as the frequency of oscillation. Frequency. It is represented by F. Frequency. Frequency means, what is that frequency? How many oscillations are possible in 1 second? How many oscillations are possible in 1 second? Or we can say the number of oscillations in 1 second, that is known as a frequency. We can say it is represented by F. Number of oscillations in 1 second is known as a frequency. When we are considering the case of a frequency, frequency is considered as a reciprocal of time period, or its unit is considered as a per second. Per second, or we can say that its unit is considered as a SI unit is considered as a hertz. Hertz we can represent as a HZ. So this is the way we can consider the case of a frequency of oscillations, or one in the case of a what is that in the case of a pendulum. So this is the way we can consider the oscillation of this pendulum. And one more time is relating to this oscillation. We can see that in the case of this pendulum is performing oscillations, vibrations like this way. What is the maximum oscillation performed by this pendulum? That is known as an amplitude. For example, in this case, this is the maximum displacement of this oscillation. Like this is the maximum displacement of this oscillation. The maximum displacement of the oscillation is known as what is that? Amplitude. So we can represent the another term as amplitude. So amplitude is represented by A. So amplitude means what is that? The maximum displacement of this pendulum from its mean position. This position is known as this stationary position is known as a mean position. This is known as a mean position of this pendulum. So the maximum displacement of the pendulum from its mean position is known as amplitude. So that is represented by A. So that we can representing on this waveform also. This is the maximum displacement of this wave. So this is known as amplitude. Or this side, this is known as amplitude of this wave. So you can see that the positive amplitude of the wave is known as what is that positive amplitude? So we can call this as a crest. Positive amplitude is known as a crest. And what is this negative amplitude? So this is the negative amplitude of this wave. So that is known as a trough. So crest and trough also. Clear?